Hi, we're going to do a little walk and talk today. So, welcome back to Nighttime Farms. First thing, we're going to go measure our front gate. Had a lot of rain lately, and we've got we had a moat yesterday, but it finally subsided. Looks like it sunk in, but we're super squishy, slimy mud now. We do still have a pond over here. So, good things to know. We've only been here coming up on 4 months now, so we're having to learn the lay of the land. It obviously needs a little bit of attention there. Our front gate is a little difficult. It swings out toward the highway, and our driveway, you can see, slopes up, so it's hard to get the gate open. So we're gonna have someone come reverse the swing, and I don't know, maybe even make us a new gate, because this one's got a pretty good sized problem in it. I think it was a homemade gate, although the top rail's solid. Here, the bottom rail has a big cut and a bend in it. You can see it's not straight. So we've got a couple people kind of come look at it, and I just have to take some measurements so we can figure out what needs to happen, what needs to change, and we're gonna have it so it swings inward past that post and put a automatic actuator on it. So like a garage door opener that'll open our gate. That'll save having to get out of the car twice every time you want to leave or come back. So I'm gonna set you up here. Oh, that's nice and crooked. And make some measurements. I've got what I need. Go back to the house, do some drawings, and send them off. So let's see, no place like this to start the farm tour like where I'm at. So when you come in the gate, you have two options. You can go straight, which heads to the very back of our property. We go that way about half a mile, and then to the right, which is where the house and the car park is. I'm going to show you our rogue horses. We've called animal control many times, all different days of the week, all different times of day. All you can do is leave a message and they never call back. We called the sheriff. They said you have to talk to animal control. I don't know what's going on. Maybe animal control is considered non-essential. I don't know. Our neighbors have horses, so we figure that's why these two came into our property. This is the boy child right here. We call him Kid just because he's the baby. But he's wild. You can't get close to him. He's pretty. Are you gonna prove me to be wrong? Huh? We've been trying to get close, so maybe. Nope. He's curious. And then his mom's way back there, past the burn pile. But they just graze. They spend a lot of time over here on the side fence, next to these guys. And all of those horses are tame and nice. Yeah, you're really pretty. You're stinky though. You're really stinky. You're a smelly horse. Do you want apples? I've tried many times, but they won't come up to us. They won't even eat the apples. So we put up this gate here just to keep them. It's a lovely makeshift barbed wire T-post gate, just to make them stay back away from the house. Otherwise they're up around eating flowers and such, digging up everything. And we gave them water, so I have to go check their water, because in the state of Texas, if you have animals on your property that do not belong to you, you're still obliged to take care of them. And yet we can't find out who they belong to or get anybody to take them away. But at least they have lots to graze on. So we're only having to water them. And they can get back out to the reservoir. We didn't close the fence up at the back completely, so that, hoping that they would go back out there and then we could close up the fence. But they can get out there to drink water, but I don't know. I felt like it was the best thing to do. So I gave them a 27-gallon tub, and we keep it full because that's what we have. We don't have animals of our own yet, so. See, there's Mama over there. She's a beautiful girl too. So we call her Mary and him Kid. You know, a mare. And her. It's not really cold anymore, it's huge. I'm gonna go over this way and get rid of the tape measure. And then we'll continue on with the tour. So then from the car park here, we have this big back corner. And part of this was considered, or is considered, floodplain. So we figure this back corner, this is the worst of the floodplain, is this area here. So I've planted wildflowers, and I don't mow there. Haven't mowed there for about 6 weeks now. And we're just trying to get like a pollinator garden going over there. So every rock that we find that's in our way, we've been bringing up here. And I've got some sticks on the ground to kind of delineate where, because until it starts actually doing what it's supposed to, it's not going to look like much. To delineate where I've planted. So we brought all of these rocks from pretty much everywhere on the property. I see there's a couple of thistles in there I got to get out. And we've brought some baby cactus, so they'll grow up. And we already have some resident spiders. They're hiding though. Nobody. If you're afraid of spiders, it's okay to watch this. We've got some resident spiders that live in here, and I'm sure there's some scorpions, and there could be the possibility of a snake when it gets warm. I get that. But this whole, we're gonna just kind of leave this. It goes out from here straight to that front fence, 90 degrees in the corner, straight out to there, and then angled across the front here. And I've planted wildflowers and sunflowers and lupins and all kinds of stuff in here. So I feel like I see more stuff on the ground in this area than I do in other places, but since it was just scattered, It's really hard to tell. We just have to wait and see. Outside of the pollinator garden, we are going to build a greenhouse, and that's going to be our next project. It's going to be like a PVC hoop house type with the 6mm greenhouse plastic on the outside and wooden front and back, with a door on one end and a window on the other. So that's what this area is going to be. Greenhouse here be about, I think we have it drawn out for 12 by 20 or 10 by 20. And then this area eventually will be the girl barn. The girl alpaca barn will go here. We have a large gate here to, you know, like get a trailer in there or whatever. We're gonna have to redo a little bit of this because our neighbor's putting cows on the other side of this fence, and he's using, well, right now it's all non-barbed wire, which is perfect for alpaca because they wouldn't get caught in it. He's going to put up an electric line, and then in places it's actually barbed wire on this side fence. So we're going to put a lane in down our property line this way. So all of the alpaca paddocks are from here over, and we have this lane that basically connects them all, but that keeps all of the alpaca away from this side fence and the animals that are on that side. So this will be the girl paddock with the barn there, and then we're gonna take this fence out right there to there. We're taking that fence out and basically pushing it back that way. It'll go past the end of the shipping container. It'll be like way out there, so it'll greatly increase their paddock size. These trees will end up in the lane, but they'll have shade from them. And I would leave them in their paddock, except for the fact that they've got such bad spines on them that they get all caught up in them. So then this fence won't be here. Right now we're in the process of filling in the irrigation ditch. It looks like at one point they had it running all the way there. It stopped, or it actually kind of started right here. We're in the process of filling it in, and we're going to fill it to pretty much where we have the water for the horses right now, because we're going to put a gate in right where the hose hydrant is, right there. We'll have a gate that goes from one side to the other. So off of this post, fence will run that direction out past the shipping container, and then this will all be girl alpaca paddock. Probably quite a ways this direction, which is why we cleared so much already. And remember, when we first got here, this whole area on this side of that fence was like that area way back there with all the trees and the weeds and everything, and it was actually a little bit worse. It's actually, that back there has already kind of died down, and then the horses have helped a lot, grazing and walking through it. So anyway, there'll be a fence here, kind of on this side of the shipping container, and it'll probably come all the way to where we've finished clearing at this point. And then the boy barn, will be like right in here, and then they can go that direction, and then over to the girl paddock fence here. So they'll be out in this area, and I can still see this area from my kitchen window, which is right up there. So then here we're gonna have chicken coop and the chicken run, compost area, And then all the rest of that, all the way to the driveway, will be garden. And over here where we haven't quite got all of the little trees taken out yet is where we're going to have a 4-car shop. And that's where we're going to shop in our backyard and bring up where we're going to bring up 4 stalls from one of the horse stalls that's at the back of our property. So it'll be like an open front, basically like a 4-car garage with outdoors. So we'll have a place to put the mower and the chainsaws and the pickup, all that kind of stuff. Eventually we'll build a garage up closer to the house for our cars. And we do want to build it with an extra room in it so that we have a place for our workout equipment and my art studio. But not on the priority list right now. This cactus is going crazy. I know I shot this heart-shaped cactus a long time ago when we first got the shipping container, and now it's got blossoms and new nodes on it. It's really pretty, and it looks like the flowers are going to be pink. I was wondering about that. That's pretty awesome. So again, this will be kind of chicken coop and chicken. It'll be a big enclosed chicken yard with, like a hardware cloth roof on it so that hawks and such can't get them. And then compost kind of in this area. These 2 trees are staying. So kind of compost in this area here, kind of the L. And then all of that area will be in-ground garden. I haven't decided if I want to do right on the ground or if I want to do raised beds. That'll be a while. We're going to do the greenhouse first and then the chicken coop. Probably not actually do a garden until fall. That's what I'm thinking. And then burn pile number 1. So burn pile number 2. Some of it will shred, have chipped or shredded, and then some of it's just going to get burnt. But then the 4-car shop will be like here, so you could drive in it this way. And then nothing here because of the power line. And then the boy barn will be there, and then there'll be a fence across there. And we have a road that we're working on establishing in and out of here, right here. So like the driveway eventually will get extended all the way over here. So we have a lot of infrastructure that we're working on and planning, and it takes a lot of time. We've cleared, quite a bit of land. I know the front part where the house is, back to this fence, is more than an acre. And that was all cleared when they came, when we had them bring the house out, we had them do that whole part. And then we've worked on everything from that fence all the way back to there. But we're trying to get a little bit farther this year before we stop clearing. So we have 15 acres, and we don't need 15 acres right now, but if we could get the first 5 pretty and workable, I think that would be a good goal. There's our horses, and I say our with quotes, air quotes. They're ours for right now because we can't get rid of them. But back here, I don't have that much farther to go, really. I've got, I've got it cleared back to here, and Lance has just taken out the little trees at this point and putting them in the pile. So, and then of course, we still have to do all of this along the side, and that'll come with time. But yeah, see, I think if you were here too much longer, you'd be nice to me. You're looking for apples? Yeah, are you looking for apples? Crazy. Are you looking for apples? I don't have any with me today. You've never wanted them. I didn't bring them. Yeah. Yeah. You've never wanted them from me. I want to get this cleared a little bit farther. And then we're going to put in a fence from side to side. Just back to that really large tree right there. Our property line takes a jog to the right at that tree, so it gets wider from there back. And I'm thinking if I can get just a section cleared here, then we can run a fence from the post that's there by the big tree all the way this way. There's another tree here, but we'll have to put in, corner braces and everything. Then we can concentrate on making this fence pretty all the way up and around. And we've got about 5 acres from here forward. That'll be our focus, basically, for a little while. Anyway, that is a good tour of what we have planned, what we're working on, slowly but surely. And you got to see the horses. I think he's probably curious about the camera. This usually Lance out here with me, not the camera. Yeah, you're crazy. I'll go get you some apples. Yeah, I'll go get you some apples. This is the closest I've ever been to you. See, Mom starts acting weird when he starts acting weird.